originally, and I would like to take advantage of this moment to make a call to the Latino community of Philadelphia. 80% to come here. I live in San Diego at the border between Mexico and the US, and I've been thinking in the last months how many Wall Street bailouts, foreclosures, defunding of public infrastructure, health, education it would take to prompt our own spring revolution. And I thought that it would never happen in the US, that here square will never happen here, and I was proven wrong, and I'm glad to be here. Yes, so we wanted to come here and share with you that as part of our conversation 2 blocks away, we wanted to reenact and recuperate the words of F.D. Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, in January 11, 1944, when he presented a speech to present the Second Bill of Rights that would reform government at that time and enable it to commit to a series of propositions. And I will begin with the words that he ended the speech. It is our duty now to begin to lay the plans and determine the strategy for rethinking the American dream. We cannot be content, no matter how high the general standard of living may be, if some fraction of our people, whether it be 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/10, is ill-fed, ill-clothed, ill-housed, and insecure. Communities in need are not free communities. People who are hungry and out of a job are the stuff of which dictatorships are made. And he followed by enabling a few ideas, a Bill of Rights. And I wanted the participants of this conference, with me and with you all that have some of this paper, to read out loud together this Bill of Rights. And we will follow a series of demands that we constructed today as part of our conversation.
Mic check!
Mic check!
The right to a useful and remunerative job. The right to earn enough to provide adequate food and clothing and recreation. The right of every community to produce its own resources with a rate of return that will give it a decent dignity. The right to enable an economy that is inclusive of the small, free from domination by monopolies at home or abroad. The right of every family to a decent home. The right to adequate medical care and the opportunity to achieve and enjoy good health. The right to adequate protection from the economic fears of old age, sickness, accident, and unemployment. The right to culture and a practical education. These were the words of an ex-president of the United States. And we would like to finish by also reciting together a series of demands that came from our meeting 2 blocks away.
Can we do this with them?
If we do mic check, then you have to wait. Say
Yes.
it, wait for them to say it with you.
Okay.
So,
Mic check!
mic check!
Mic check! We demand accountability.
We demand accountability of the municipality to invest in marginal neighborhoods.
We demand that the municipalities invest in marginal neighborhoods.
We demand that the municipalities rethink their own fragmented bureaucratic silos and resources.
We demand that the municipalities rethink their own fragmented bureaucratic silos and resources.
We demand that institutions of power rethink themselves together with communities.
We demand that institutions of power rethink themselves together with the communities.
We demand intelligent public spending on education, culture, and transportation.
We demand intelligent public spending on education, culture, and transportation.
We demand the taxing and accountability of the wealthy 1%.
We demand the taxing and accountability of the wealthy 1%.
We demand the reinvention of housing beyond abstract units.
We demand the reinvention of housing beyond abstract units.
We demand a new political language that includes public culture.
We demand a new political language that includes public culture.
We demand the rethinking of lending practices.
We demand the rethinking of lending practices.
We demand the restructuring of tax credits, subsidy financing, and zoning codes.
We demand the
Restructuring of tax credits, subsidy financing, and zoning codes.
To enable small and inclusive development.
To enable small and inclusive development.
We demand the power to deny developments that do not plan for social and economic benefit.
We demand the power to deny developments that do not plan for social and economic benefit.
We demand the right to culture and education, not as expendable commodities, but as a civic responsibility.
We demand the right to culture and education, not as expendable commodities, but as civic responsibilities.
We demand other forms of property and the valuation of memory and social relationships.
We demand other forms of property and the valuation of memory and social relationships.
We demand the political support to temporarily activate vacant spaces and to incubate new social organizations in Philadelphia.
We demand the political support to temporarily activate vacant spaces and to incubate new social organizations
in Philadelphia.
We demand the political and economic tools to develop our neighborhoods incrementally.
We demand the political and economic tools to develop our neighborhoods incrementally.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight. What you guys are doing here is you're incubating a new city, and that's the history of this city, and so we wanted to show our support with you by being here tonight. So we'll be back, and we're going to continue the conversations with you. But again, you guys are part of just the latest chapter in a long history in this city of incubating extraordinary new experiments in the social, and we support you.
We would like to finish, I just came back from Medellin, Colombia. One place where the municipality transformed. They just asked me to say something about me very quickly. And one major effort in the transformation of a city that was ridden by violence and poverty, of course, was a commitment of the political leaders to invest in the most marginal, precarious zones of the city. So I think that the terms need to be shifted. And I think this is the reason we're all here. So thank you for giving us a bit of a chance to share our conversations with your voices. Thank you.